What if I tell you that you never have to find confidence outside of you anymore in your life? And what if all that confidence that you ever need is right now within you? And what if I tell you that you don't lack confidence, instead you lack self-approval? Imagine you walk into a room and you see two people. Person A is really loud, is trying to dominate every conversation, seeking attention and bragging about their achievements. The second is calm, grounded, and speak only when they have something meaningful to say, but when they do, everybody listens. Now, who do you think is really confident? A lot of people mistake confidence to be loud. Fuck, it's so hot! But real confidence has nothing to do with proving yourself to others. Instead, it is a state when you know your worth. It's not about how much space you take up in a room, it's about the energy that you bring into that space. In this video, you're gonna learn how to get that unshakable confidence that doesn't need to be shouted upon to be heard. Why should you be your confident self today? Before I share 6 keys with you, understand why you should be confident today. The least confidence will do for you is get you higher earnings as per study of University of Melbourne. And it will make you an influential leader as per Harvard Business Review research. Yes, that's right. You can use that to increase your sales, to ask out that person you like on a date, to create a new group in your community, maybe a running club, or start that business that you've been dreaming about since a while. Let's get into the keys so that by the end of the video, you are your confident self. Key number 1, be your own biggest ally. You got to be your own true lover. You got to be your own true teammate. No matter what happens in your life, how much you fail, you make mistakes, you have your back and you are always being kind and respectful to yourself. Imagine treating yourself the way you would treat someone you absolutely love. You would be encouraging, loving, cheering them on no matter what. This plays a huge factor in how you show up in life. True confidence starts with self-approval. If you don't approve for yourself, you will seek that approval outside. And I don't think you can imagine anybody in your life who is confident at the same time is constantly seeking approval from you. When you walk into a room feeling whole, feeling complete, you stop trying to impress others. And ironically, that's exactly when people are actually impressed by you. Key number 2, be okay with not knowing. Now this hack actually might surprise you. It's okay to not know everything. In fact, true confidence doesn't mean pretending to have all the answers. It means being curious and being willing to ask questions. When I started out my business journey, I almost had no knowledge of the industry I was in and I had no experience. Yet I never failed to ask someone, hey, I don't know what this means. Can you help me understand? Not only this shows others your humility, but also gives them a chance to share what they know. And we as human beings love sharing our knowledge and experience. And in the process, you build deeper relationships with people that last really long. Key number 3, practice confidence daily. Confidence is not wishful thinking that will later happen in your life just somehow. It's just a state of being, or you can call it a muscle that you got to use and practice every day. I don't want you to start thinking of massive things that you can do, rather small actions that are out of your comfort zone. I'll give you my own example. When I moved to Bali, I started going out on walks in the rice fields, which are beautiful. I found something really strange in me. When I would cross a foreigner walking by, I would feel contracted, almost small and diminished. And I got really curious about this. Why do I feel a lack of confidence when I'm only passing by a white person most of the times? And I understand that the root of this is in our colonial past. I decided to do just one thing to combat this and get more confident, which was, Yuvika, look up, smile and say hi. That's it. And I practice this every day on my walk. By the way, this was happening when I already had international clients. So a lack of confidence is not always logical. It's a lot to do with your emotional state. So when I started practicing this entire ickiness in my body just released and I just generally felt very confident no matter who was in front of me. When I was 19, I attended a Toastmasters and my intention was only to observe and not speak. And while being in that room, seeing people speak with their flaws really encouraged me to raise my hand when we were asked that, is there any guest who wants to speak? And we were in fact given a random topic. So we didn't even know what topic we were going to speak on. And I did that. And that one moment really made me confident because it just felt so good stepping up and showing up even when I was shit scared and my brain wasn't even functioning. That's how scared I was. So whenever you raise your hand in life and show up and do that one little act again and again and again, you will just automatically start feeling confident that no matter what, I know, I trust myself that I'm going to show up in situations that are out of my comfort zone. And that brings me to key number 4, which is observe your triggers. Now, understand a lack of confidence is not a flaw that happened in your life just somehow when you became an adult. And it's showing up when you had to give it started showing up when you had to give a presentation or go ask your girl out on a date. It is something that is deeply rooted in your past. Maybe, for example, there was a little boy who had to narrate a story in front of his class. Now, when he got in front of the class, the students noticed that there was an ink leakage on his shorts. Everybody started laughing. Now, the kid thought that the class is laughing at him. He's not good enough at speaking what he's speaking, and hence made that internal and personalized, which could look like, I am bad at public speaking. I am bad at conveying a message to a larger number of people. Now, as adults, we are trained to think only and only rationally, that we forget we are human beings made of emotions. And most of the times, it is these emotional blockages in our subconscious that are running our life. Hence, I want you to bring up that idea, concept, or project that you really want to do, but you feel underconfident just thinking about doing it. 2 years back, when I got this desire to start getting on stages and share what I know, I observed this surge of underconfidence and this fear that if I do that, I will look stupid and people will judge me for not knowing enough. Now, this is a very common fear to have. What I started doing was I would sit with those emotions and just observe them. Now, we get into the trap of giving meaning to everything. That means if I'm feeling underconfident just thinking about giving talks, that means I'm not ready. That means I need to do X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. And we just spend years sitting on those desires, still rationalizing the fear. The fear is not meant to be rationalized. It just needs to be felt and be released. So what you will do is bring up that project, sit with it and see what emotions come up. It would be fear of looking bad, it would be fear of being judged, it would be fear of making mistakes, anxiety that what if you don't do your best, etc. Anything that is coming up, let it come up, and your job is only and only to observe that. And do it enough number of times that eventually you will not see any of that come up and you will feel freer. Of course, every day journal about how you feel and what thoughts come up when you think about those projects, and you are every day actively intending to pursue them. Key number 5, stop making it about you. Commit to a bigger picture. Think of leaders, activists. They are usually talking about topics that are controversial. That means there would be people out there who would not like them. And the key here is that they're not even wanting to be liked by everyone. Why? Because they are standing up to a vision, to a purpose that is bigger than them. Hence, every time they speak, they know that there will be some backlash, but they are confident because they believe in their vision. So shift from what will people think of me to how can I benefit people. When you are committed to giving value, you just forget about your own insecurities and doubts, and you start immersing yourself in what will people feel when they get benefit from you. You will also observe that your fear will be replaced by conviction for something bigger than you. That's what true confidence in play looks like. Key number 6 is the most important one, and I'm gonna go to the pool with you guys so that you can get a physical demonstration. So key number 6 is visualize your highest confident self. What that looks like to you is something only and only you know, right? I started doing this maybe 3 years back, and this is the best way to tap into your highest confidence in the shortest amount of time. In fact, doing it just once raises your confidence right away. What you will do is imagine that, fuck, it's so hot. Okay, let's get in the shade. It's super hot. I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you're in that state, you're in that room where you want to be, feeling fully confident, and this energy of surety is running through your body. You're feeling easy and you're feeling whole and complete being there. In fact, you're surrounded by people. Observe your body language. Is your back straight, your shoulders open, and you're embodying this energy of self-worth and feeling validated by your own self. Now, what are you doing in that room? Are you giving a talk? Are you sharing your thoughts? Or you're just sitting back and listening to everybody? Now, see what's happening around you and what is that making you feel like. In fact, what are other people feeling in your presence? I want you to go through this entire mental picture and let those emotions rise in your body, feeling great being there. And practice this every day. Especially do it when you have just woken up and do it when you're about to fall asleep. This is going to rewrite the subconscious coding in your mind. Okay, so let's recap. True confidence starts with self-approval. Be okay not knowing and ask questions. Practice confidence daily, and most importantly, clear those deeper triggers that hold you back. And lastly, do your visualization of your highest, truest, confident self every day. Remember, true confidence is not about how you look, how you talk, while they are an element of it. True confidence is how you feel within yourself. Take a moment and reflect. Where in your life right now do you want to show up more with more confidence? And share that in the comments. One common theme that we found out in the entire video was self-love. So I have another video entirely based on self-love. Go check that out. Until the next video, stay grounded and love yourself no matter what, and commit to a purpose that is bigger than you. Love you, Yuvika, your mindset shifting coach.